And welcome back to another Forest Ferry Bakery training video. So in today's video, we're going to be showing you how to make lattes, mochas, and vanilla lattes. So let's start out with the supplies that you're going to need. So you're going to need milk. You can use whatever preference milk that you want. Here at Forest Ferry Bakery, we only have two different sizes of hot cups. So you can either have a 12 ounce or a 16 ounce. So the 12 ounce lattes are only going to have one shot of espresso in it. And the 16 ounce are always going to have 2 shots in it, unless they request for more or less, of course. The other thing that you're going to need to know is we have decaf or regular espresso. So decaf basically just doesn't have any caffeine in it. And then of course regular espresso has regular caffeine. Now that you know all the supplies that you're going to need, let's get started. First, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to take your portafilter and fill it up with some coffee grounds. Then you're going to take your tamp and put some pressure. You don't want to put too much pressure, but you want to be nice and firm. Then you're going to put it directly into your espresso machine. And then we have 2 shots here. We also have a single shot. If someone orders a single shot, you can definitely use this. Today I'm just going to pour 2 just to show you guys. I'm also going to get my milk ready. If you're not used to eyeballing how much milk you're going to need, you can always take out whatever size cup you're using. So today we're going to do a 12 ounce cup. And you can fill the cup up with as much milk as you think you're going to need. So you want to leave about 1.5 inches to 2 inches room at the top of your cup. And this is going to leave space for your shots as well as the foam that will be on top of your milk. And you can take that and pour it directly into your pitcher. So I'm going to let this pour. So it should take about 30 to 35 seconds to pour your shot. Another big thing with your shots is you want to make sure that your shot makes it into the cup with milk within 10 seconds of it being done. Otherwise, you can lose a lot of the flavor and it's not as fresh. So now we're going to steam our milk. So you don't want too much foam and you don't want too little foam. You just want a little bit. The more that the milk is swirling in a circle, the more foam that you're going to get. And you want it to almost sound like dripping paper. So if you have a lot of foam on top of your milk, that's how you actually make a cappuccino. That's the biggest difference. A whole bunch of foam is going to be a cappuccino. A latte is going to have just a little bit of foam on top. So there you go, that's a standard latte. Now I'm going to show you guys how to make a mocha, which is very, very similar. When you guys are making a mocha or a vanilla latte, you just want to make sure that you put your syrup on the bottom of the cup first. About 2 tablespoons of chocolate in the bottom of your cup for a mocha. And for a vanilla latte or any flavored latte, you're going to do 2 pumps of syrup in a 12 ounce. In a 16 ounce, 3 tablespoons of chocolate for a mocha, or about 3 pumps of syrup for a vanilla latte or a different flavored 16 ounce latte. All right, and then of course when you're at this point, if they wanted whipped cream on top, you can go ahead and add the whipped cream, and then you just top it with a lid. Now that we've just finished our hot drinks, now I'm going to show you guys how to do an iced latte. So what you're going to want to do first is get some ice. A lot of times you have to break up the ice just because our ice machine spits them out in like trays basically. So make sure that you break it up. Then you're going to fill up the cup with ice. And then if you're going to do a normal latte, of course you're not going to add any flavoring. But if you're going to do a mocha, now would be the point when you would want to add your chocolate. If you're going to do a vanilla latte, you want to go ahead and add your pumps of vanilla. And just as a heads up, we only have 16 ounce cold cups here. So you're going to want to do about 3 tablespoons of chocolate or about 3 pumps of whatever syrup flavor you want. All right, so from here, we're also going to grab a hot cup. You can choose whatever milk you want, again, whatever preference they want. I'm going to do this one in soy again. So I'm just going to put a splash of milk in here. And this is just so we can pour our hot shots right on top of the milk without it going on the ice first, because we don't want to shock our espresso shots. So this is the container that we keep our decaf in. So if someone orders a decaf, what you're going to do is you're just going to open this up. And you're gonna take out your portafilter, and then you're gonna take this little scoop, and you're just gonna scoop in just enough, pretty much just to the line on there. And then you can close this back up. And then you can actually just, decaf isn't as sensitive as regular espresso, so if it doesn't make it into the cup in 10 seconds, or if it comes out faster, it's totally okay. That's just kind of the way decaf is. So as you'll see when we pour the decaf, it's gonna come out really fast. See, it comes out a lot faster, but that's totally fine. This one does have some nice crema on it. Normal espresso does this too, has that caramely color, and that represents a really good pulled shot. So now, of course, if this is regular espresso, you want to hurry, make sure you get it into your milk within 10 seconds. And then once you're at this point, you can go ahead and take your ice cup and just pour it right in. And if it doesn't fill all the way to the top, that's totally fine. You're just going to take that same soy milk, and then you're gonna top it off. And then if this has chocolate in it or any syrup, we wanna make sure you give it a really good mix. If it doesn't, it's not that, important to crazy stir it, but you wanna make sure that all those flavors are really mixed together. And then now would be the point where you would put whipped cream on if you wanted whipped cream. I don't think we're gonna do whipped cream today, so we're just gonna top it with a regular lid. And there you go, voila. All right guys, so once you're done making your latte, it's really, really important to make sure that you clean up your mess. So with the portafilter, what you're gonna do is just pull it off and then pretty much just give it a little smack on our little portafilter disposal. You're gonna just give it a little smack like that, it knocks it out. And then you're gonna take all of this, including your milk, beaker, and your 2 little shot glasses, bring it around to our little hand washing sink, basically is what we call this. And this is where you're gonna just rinse everything out. So you wanna make sure that your beaker doesn't have any more milk in it. We call this a beaker or pitcher, whatever. Your portafilter, you wanna make sure it doesn't have any coffee grounds at all in it. Make sure it's nice and clean. And then just same with your little espresso shot glasses. Then you can take all this right back over to where you were. This always pretty much sits in here during the day. Then this just flips right over on the towel so that can dry out. And then these 2 shot glasses are gonna go right upside down in here. And then you wanna make sure that when you're done steaming milk that you always let that steam out for just a second, and then you always wipe this off. And you can take that same ring, and then our little tamp also gets mucked up as well, so you can just go ahead and wipe it off. Make sure it stays nice and clean, and just make sure that you wipe up any dropped coffee beans or anything like that, any grounds. And then of course, once it gets a bunch of grounds on it, you want to change it out. Don't leave a dirty ground rag up here. You're going to take this one to the back. I'll lay it here just for a second to dry out. That's gonna go back to the laundry room. You're gonna open your towel closet in here and grab a fresh towel. And then we'll just take it right back over here and put it right in front of our coffee grinder, just like that. And then you're all set up to make your next coffee. All right guys, be sure to watch this as many times as you need to get the hang of it. We'll see you in our next video.